have taken the lead. Rounds the goalkeeper, touches the ball into the back of the net.
Well, hello and good evening. For those of you who are joining us for the second time, welcome back to Bottom Meadow, the home of Bracknell and Sandhurst Town football clubs. We've got another international fixture for you. This time it's the UK Armed Forces women up against the Dutch Armed Forces. A fixture that's been in existence now since 2016, and you couldn't find two teams that are so closely matched. 3 out of the last 4 clashes have ended in penalties, including last year in the Netherlands. So let's take a look back at what happened in 2025. Highlights there from the last 2 years of the President's Cup, both of those won by the UK Armed Forces. This is their premier fixture and they're looking for a 3rd win in a row this year. For the Dutch, it's the best opposition they face as they build up to the CISM Military World Cup this summer. Earlier today, I spoke to both of the head coaches before the fixture. It's a great fixture, isn't it? It's one of our UKAF, UK Armed Forces biggest fixtures. I assume it's the same for you, the President's Cup. So how much does this fixture mean to you as and to the women who are playing today as well?
Yeah, it means a lot to us because for us it's one of the games in the qualification for the Military World Games. Okay. So it's a very important match for us to be ready for in June for the Military World qualification.
And how do you find the UK Armed Forces as a opposition? They're a good standard and a good competition to have ahead of that World Cup that you have.
Yeah, well, like the Germans, they have similar team. I think it's a good level to play against, and with the same level. And so we hope, because we play against Germany, the first match in the qualification. So I hope it will be a good level to see where we are standing at the moment.
They won the cup on penalties last year, retaining it from the year before. So there's some pressure on you guys to perform. How do you think everyone's feeling in the team?
Yeah, we lost 2 times in a row. So now for us, it's a revenge. So we want to win the match. So yeah, that's how we prepared it, and yeah, we hope we will win this time.
But is that more difficult to do away from home, do you think?
Yeah, I think so, because we had a flight, a long day yesterday. So yeah, we have to prepare other way. But I think everyone is fit, so it must be okay.
Thank you so much for talking to us, and good luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You come into this 2 times champions over the last couple of years. I know it was a difficult one last year with the penalties, but and you're at home, so many advantages going your way. But I'm sure no complacency from the girls.
Yeah, no complacency. They're definitely not going to come here and roll over, are they? We've been 4 years ago on the back end of not winning it 2 years in a row, so it's not a nice situation. So you definitely want to put that right. So that will be their motivation. And like you say, although being at home, it does add a bit of pressure, doesn't it, to try and put the third title in a row. But that's good pressure. That's pressure that you've created yourself, so that has to be a target, yeah.
And how's the team looking? No injuries? Have you you haven't had to make any last-minute replacements or anything like that? Been a good camp?
Yeah, no last-minute replacements. Military football's military football. There's always people away. We're missing 3 or 4 that could be here. So Rosie's gone back away from the French game, and Nat Bavister's on a ship somewhere in the world. So yeah, hopefully she's keeping well. And there's a few others that could and should be here, but unfortunately that is our job, and that's what we do, isn't it? So yeah, there's always changes, but that's our challenge as staff, to then get the best out of who we have and put together a game plan to win.
We mentioned home advantage, but actually you've got quite a good sort of history here at Bracknell as well. So the ground helps, and hopefully some support from the RAF team who will turn up later and support you guys.
Yeah, no, it's for me, probably a bit biased. It's always a special event. This dates back for pretty much since I joined the Air Force, so I know the Netherlands counterparts well. So it's special. The 49th year for the men's competition this year it is. It's the 50th year next year. 2016 was the start of the women's competition. And yeah, look, good area, Aldershot. This area is a military home, so it's nice. As the girls drive in, they know where they are. It feels like a military place. And Bracknell's come a bit of a home, yeah. A great performance here against the Bundeswehr. Not so maybe in other ways against the French, but we knew that was going to be tough. So yeah, it's a chance for us to put that right as well. So I think that's our motivation.
Confident, but not cocky about a win, just confident.
No, you've got to be confident, haven't you? We're I said to the girls this morning, one of the best military teams in Europe. So let's actually shout about that and be proud about it, but let's back it up as well. So we know there'll be periods where we are under the cosh today because they're a good team. The penalty wins for both teams show that in the last 4 or 5 years. So it's a close game. But yeah, look, we've got good players. The viewers of BFBS know the likes of Lucy Farrow, George Carr. We've got a potent attacking threat, and obviously a very good sort of sound defence as well. So yeah, hope for a good game, but definitely a third time in a row win.
Thank you, Carl, and good luck.
No worries, thanks, Gaff.
Thank you. The national anthems then of both countries as the UK Armed Forces women line up against the Dutch Armed Forces. The UK Armed Forces, of course, in the white blue with the red socks, and Dutch Armed Forces in a lovely shade of RAF blue. And I'm delighted that someone from the RAF, and we know her very well on these on the airwaves, and that is Rachel Howes, ex-RAF and ex-UKAF player, now very much involved in the setup. Rachel, thank you again for joining us.
Always a pleasure.
Apologies, first of all, to anyone who joined us on the first live stream. A bit of a delay due to some timing issues, but we are back, we are live, and everyone is ready to go. And Rachel, before we look at the teams, just a welcome from you, and how are the team looking?
Yeah, the team have been looking really good in training over the last couple of days. Excited for the fixture, and hopefully to retain the President's Cup for the 3rd year in a row would be wonderful.
Yes, 3rd year in a row, and I said in the introduction that these teams are really closely matched, and I think 3 of the last 4 clashes have gone to penalties, which is always a nerve-wracking time. We're touching wood that won't happen again today, because we want to see a clean game. But yeah, there was a time when you were UKAF were on the receiving end of winning 2 years, or losing, 2 or 3 years in a row.
Yep.
Now, what do you think it is that has turned around UKAF to now be beating the Dutch regularly?
I mean, at the minute, you look at today's lineup, and we've got 9 RAF players in that lineup today, and you've seen the strength of the RAF just in the in-services.
So
yeah. So that's a massive part. But equally, we've still got a couple of Army girls in there who are just as strong and fantastic players. So I think we're in for a really, really good match. I think it'll be a close game. Obviously, I hope it goes the UKAF way. The last game we obviously watched here a month ago was against the French, which was a crazy match to watch, to be honest. A 5-0 loss.
The weather didn't help either.
No, the weather didn't help at all. But I think it's good conditions just now. It's not really windy, and we did just have a bit of rain, but it looks good conditions for the girls to play a good game of football.
Okay, so let's go to the lineups as the teams do their final warm-ups before kick-off, which will be in a few minutes' time. For the UKAF Forces, we've got Jamie Lee Bamford in goal. Niamh Hoey, Ashley Mills, Shauna Jenkins, Anna Birtwistle, Meg Herbert, Georgia Carr, Abigail Hayes, Kat Beaver as captain, and Liv Smart and Lucy Farrow. We've got the finishers. It's Jennifer Horrocks is a reserve goalkeeper, Ellie Bishop, Indy Totti, Nadina Green, Erin Wilson, Imogen Fisher, Elise Haynes, Eden Marsh, Jess Wood and Elish Brogan. I know that there are a couple of names like Pip Wilson that are missing. I know that Nat Bavister, for example, Royal Navy, is also missing, but that's due to deployments. But from your point of view, from a coach's point of view, that's a pretty strong lineup.
Yeah, it's a very strong lineup. Fantastic group, to be honest. There, including all the subs, the finishers, whatever you want to call them at the minute. So it'll be good to see how the starting 11 go. Obviously, we've had Meg Herbert come back and Georgia Carr. They weren't here last month, and Liv Smart, sorry. So it'll be interesting to see how they affect the game compared to the French game. But equally, anyone that comes off that bench can make a big difference today.
And Jamie Lee Bamford saving 3 penalties last year, so she's probably confident in this fixture in goal there. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, you know what you're going to get from Jamie. She's a very strong, determined and experienced keeper. So, yeah, hopefully she'll have a good game between the posts today.
So the Dutch lineup, we've got Zoe Brookhaven in the goal, Anna Ruter, Sophie Peterson as the captain, Caroline Mollink, Vet de Groot, Maura Missalia, Lindsay Gabriel, Melanie van Veesten, Annika Vos, Daphne Janssen, Tess Van Diesen.
I'm glad you were saying them.
Well, I tried practicing them, but in reality, I probably need to say them 10 times more. So apologies in advance
to you did marvellously.
Any of the Dutch players that I get wrong. I'm now going to do just because I'm so good at the real lineup, I'll do the finishers as well. We've got number 7 is Bo Peters, number 16 Lisa van der Milch, 19 Meryl de Jong, 22 Leanne van der Poel, and 25 Janine Bosma. So that is, I can pick out a couple of names for you that scored last year. Lindsay Gabriel scored for the Dutch and Meryl de Jong scored for the Dutch.
Okay, so one of them is on the bench and one of them is in the starting 11.
So we've got
interesting.
Similar lineups, I think, for the last couple of years. But we're very close to kick off here. And as we see it, we've got the UKAF Forces in their white shirts, their blue shorts and their red socks, going right to left in this first half, and the Dutch in a RAF blue. I can't get that
colour.
out.
It's a lovely colour.
It's an RAF blue, isn't it?
But for the first time, I hope that the light blues don't win.
Yes, interesting because normally they're in an orange, which is even more standout. But here we go. It is a kick-off to the Dutch Armed Forces, and we are underway.
It's all about who settles into the game quicker in the first 5-10 minutes, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think last year, just going on last year, all the goals came in the second half.
Sorry, I thought the ball was going to get kicked into us just then.
It's happened before, so we're in a little...
Ash Mills did well there, to be fair.
Gazebo on the side of the pitch here. But yes, all the goals in last year's game came in the second half. Obviously, it then led to penalties. So maybe, great long-term... Oh! That is squeezed in. I cannot believe that we were talking about last year's game and an absolute screamer from the ladies in light blue in the first minute of play, and the Dutch are up by 1 already.
Yeah, I mean that's frustrating. Dropping concentration briefly, and Jamie was also a few yards off her line, so not in the right place, if you like, to take what would have been an easy catch, but. Great goal from the Dutch. Yeah, you've got to give it to them. And it was
Melanie van Volstein who scored that goal for the Dutch within the first minute. An absolute screamer from right in front of us, Rachel. And UKAF very much caught on the hoop there.
Yeah,
they'll be disappointed with that.
Oh, they'll be massively disappointed. But it was a very well struck goal, to be honest. Just very frustrating. It was the Dutch.
I don't think Jamie Lee Bamford even thought it was going in.
No, I thought it had gone wide, actually.
Yes.
From this angle.
It was one of those goals you dream about, where it just sneaks in the top right-hand corner and, well, befuddled everyone on the pitch, including us. So the Dutch, with a very early lead, it is 0-1 here.
There's still plenty of the game. The girls just need to settle down and play their football and relax into it, and I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine.
If anything, something like that happening so early on in the game
Gives you a bit of a
wakes you up a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the kickoff delayed by 15 minutes, which in people's mindset can be a bit unnerving if all players are ready, and a bit of a head clash there in the middle of the pitch. It's Lindsay Gabriel who's down, but she's back up again.
Yeah, we also had a bit of the Dutch had an injury in the warm-up to one of their keepers. I'm not actually sure which one.
Okay.
She looked in quite a bit of pain, but I've been told that she's okay, but I don't think she'll be playing this game.
Okay. So there is a reserve goalkeeper on the bench. Yeah,
I think actually the reserve goalkeeper is the one in goal for them.
Okay.
And it was their number
so
one.
it was
that's,
Zoe
off the pitch.
Brookhoven. So yes, Zoe Brookhoven, according to Rachel, is out due to an injury in the warm-up, and it is Lisa van der Milch who is in the goal for the Dutch. She's yet to be tested though, because the Dutch here are up by 1 in the very first minute of this game. That's never a good, well, I say omen, but it must be so unnerving to be called in when you've had an injury
Yeah,
in
definitely.
warm-up. So both teams just adjusting after that early score from the ladies in light blue. Kat Beaver clearing her lines here. So the UK Armed Forces looking for a third win in a row in this President's Cup fixture, which has been in existence, as I said, since 2016. But as Rachel mentioned, a lot of RAF in this lineup because they are now 7 times champions in a row. So not surprising that the team is made up of so many women.
And like you mentioned, obviously there's still a couple of players missing.
Yes.
We've still got Pip, who's not here, from an RAF perspective. Hannah Hale hopefully one day will come back after her long-term injury. And then, like you say, we've got Nat Bavister, obviously unavailable. Rosie McDonald, who was here in the last game.
Oh yeah, that's another one.
Other names will come to me in my head shortly.
Well, I tell you what, you still got a pretty good lineup.
Oh yeah, and obviously Courtney Jones. It was her last game in the last in the French fixture, so another big miss.
Courtney, who scored one of the penalties last year out in the Netherlands, according to my list.
I will believe your list.
Yeah.
Nice. Shauna's shanked that one out.
Was she aiming for someone, or?
I would like to think she was putting in a cross and it went badly wrong.
So just slightly slower pace than we're used to here, as both sides get a feel for each other. But a reminder, of course, that the Dutch are already 1 up due to an early strike from Melanie van Volsten. And Bamford with clearing her lines there.
Be picked up by George. Oh. Nice ball out from Meg. Oh, Abby will get that.
Oh, feed it back in. Oh, it came off.
Oh, okay, Dutch throw.
So huge amount of coaching staff in attendance, and I do believe that the RAF men and the RAF Dutch forces will turn up as well. And that score earlier from today, the RAF men's side up against the Dutch Air Force, and it was 2-1 to the home team. So 1 win for the RAF earlier today.
Was it 2-1 or 3-1?
Was it 3-1?
I don't know. I didn't see the end. I was too busy, but I feel like I heard there was 3 RAF goals, but I may be wrong.
Well,
I'm not sure.
It could be the second bit of erroneous information I put out this afternoon.
I feel like it might
We
have
will
been
find out.
3-1.
Was it a win for the RAF?
It was a win for the
No,
RAF.
okay,
yes.
we'll just go with the safety
We'll
option
go with
and
that.
say it was a win.
Nice
for
RAF
the
win.
men.
Oh, George's. Oh, nearly through. Tara Parker was another name that was that's
Another
missing.
name that's missing. Well,
Who
tell
has
you what,
wished the
that's,
girls luck.
yes, it's strength in depth, because that's a lot of names missing, and you're still able to put it out. A very strong side.
And we've got 10 players on that sub bench. Obviously we can only use half of them, but
Yeah, but it's
still a
good to
nice
be part of the fold, isn't it?
yeah, it's a nice position to be
Yeah.
in.
So the Dutch Armed Forces with an early lead here in Bracknell. Cat Beaver to Georgia Carr, but that's lost to the Light Blues. So the Dutch, having taken that early lead, still pushing for a second.
Yeah, Neve just got the timing of that tackle slightly wrong.
Yes. She's going to have a talking to by the referee. Right, no card though, just a warning, I imagine.
First one's usually free.
Okay, we'll not warn you again. So the Dutch have a free kick. We're taking over on that far wing. The ball's in. Oh, unbelievable. I think that one's gone in as well. The Dutch have scored a second, and we are only in the first 10 minutes of this game, and that was, well, that was bad defence all round, bad communication.
It was terrible.
It was very quiet down that end, wasn't it?
It was. I don't know how it trickled through to the player at the back post, and then she's just, tapped it across Jamie's goal. That was, The UKAF will be massively disappointed with their first 10 minutes of this game.
Yeah, that's a huge disappointment, I'm sure, from UKAF, because the first one was surprised everyone. That second one really was defendable, and the Dutch are now in a very strong position. They're 2-0 up, thanks to two very well-timed goals from the ladies in light blue. And UKAF, unfamiliar with this sort of position in the last few years, Rachel.
Yeah, definitely with the President's Cup. Obviously not since the French fixture, but I'm still confident. There's still 80 minutes left of this game. It's a long time, and anything can happen. So I'm still very confident and have belief in the girls that they can still go out there and get a good result from this game.
So the Dutch Armed Forces up here, the visitors up by 2 against the UK Armed Forces, who have retained this crown for the last 2 years. They're looking for a third win in a row, but as you say, we have got plenty of time remaining. In fact, 80 minutes, as Rachel pointed out, that's a long time for anyone, let alone in football. Well, clearly the injury that's happened to one of the Dutch players before kick-off hasn't affected them. If anything, it's given them
well in
a
by
lovely
Ash Mills
tackle.
there, fantastic, and she'll make the second one too.
Well done, Ash
Fantastic.
Mills, yeah, good dedication.
I think she's just caught the Dutch player there on the follow through.
Shin pads are very small these days, aren't they?
They're almost pointless.
Yes, I can understand why you don't want the bulkiness, but they are.
You always seem to get caught anywhere but the shin pads.
Yes, and they looked like that was caught just above the shin pad, but it's very small. But it'll be a Dutch throw-in.
Lovely turn by Lindsay.
Danger
Gabrielle.
again here. Will Bamford get to it?
Offside.
Offside, yeah. I tell you what, they're looking dangerous.
They
in
are
front
looking
of
very
goal.
good, to be honest.
I mean, it felt like that first goal's a fluke, but the more that I see them in front of goal, it feels less like a fluke and more like incredible skill. They've clearly been working hard on their goal-scoring ability here.
Yeah, the Dutch do look a very strong team, to be honest. But knowing the UKAF group,
Yes,
they should be very well matched. This scoreline doesn't fit with what I feel it should be, but it is what it is.
It is.
And it's
like
2-0, and we will see how it is at 90 minutes.
There's practically a whole game to go.
Practically.
Lots happened in the first 10 minutes. But we are almost 12 minutes into this fixture, and the Dutch are 2-0 up. The home team with a lot to do.
They did a bit of sightseeing yesterday in London.
I believe they went to London, yeah. So just maybe a day off, a day away from football.
Yeah.
Some lovely
Well
forward
blocked.
play. And the light blues with more possession so far in this fixture, and making the most of it in front of goal, and another attempt on goal, but that's saved. Abigail Hayes getting involved. The Dutch, as they can with 2 goals in the bag already, are just playing a very calm
nice
game.
Ball over there.
Nice ball.
And onside.
So more Misaliga, and a great save from Jamie Lee Bamford.
Safe hands.
I say save, it was more of a cross, wasn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
safe hands.
Safe hands.
And I expect she's feeling especially nervy with 2 having gone in.
Yeah, no keeper, or I mean, no one likes to lose a clean sheet, but no one more so than a goalkeeper.
Absolutely.
I think this is Niamh Hoey's first UKAF start as well. She got on the pitch for the France game, but I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like this might be her first start.
Okay, Niamh Hoey in the number 2 shirt.
Another
Lovely long
it's
ball.
over.
Well,
they'll try
I think
it
they've
now.
been practicing that, haven't
Hey,
they?
I mean, if you've scored one from that distance, you might as well give it another try.
Yeah.
But I think Jamie's going to be much more alert.
That wasn't a bad effort. I mean,
It
it
wasn't.
was a little bit over the top, but yes, they're very on the ball here. Beaver then from the back over to UKAF debutant Niamh Hoey. Back to Bamford, and UKAF playing a bit of possession as well. So try and keep cool heads. Ash Mills.
Nice ball, Lucy. Lucy's going to press that. Oh, and she's got there.
Oh, she's
Her
got such
pace is
speed,
ridiculous.
It's incredible.
She's done superb there.
It's also
Good ball down the line from Ash.
It's also the position they're in. She's going to run harder because,
Yeah.
you know, being 2 goals down, Lucy Farrow's commitment on the ball is ridiculous. So UKAF then with throw-in, and that's Ash Mills into the centre, and
Oh, a little shot from Anna Birtwhistle there, wasn't it?
it was, but not quite enough on it, and the Dutch goalkeeper was across it. So it's back in possession of the Dutch Armed Forces, who are
Meg will get there. Fantastic
Lovely.
tracking back from Meg Herbert. Yeah, we've also got Olivia Smart over on the right wing, who again is a debutante today for UKAF.
okay, UKAF debutant.
She's a RAF reservist. She had a good inter-services for the RAF, but yeah, it's her first game.
So Liv Smart, Niamh Hoey are the 2 UKAF debutantes. There may be more on the bench as well.
There may
but
be more
yeah.
on the bench.
We shall announce them as they go. But just 15 minutes in here. And it's a free kick for the Dutch. So we'll see what they can do with this. They have been pretty impressive in front of the goal so far.
Yeah, let's hope UKAF defend this well.
Well, yes.
It's also a perfectly good distance to have a shot.
And we know they've been working on their long strikes. So the Dutch in, And bow! That's incredible. Rachel Howes predicted it, and that was an absolute another screamer from Maura Misaliga.
I pointed at the right top bins because it looked like it was perfectly set up for it, and yeah.
Another goal for the Dutch.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, that was a fantastic free kick.
We saw that coming. I mean, yeah. There's a bit of confusion here with the UK Armed Forces.
Yeah, you can probably hear Maka in the background shouting some instructions.
So, Maura Misalia, sounds Italian rather than Dutch, the way I'm saying it, but an absolute screamer of her, and another long-range kick, free kick from the Dutch. And I have to say, Rachel, the UKAF team look all at, well, confusion is definitely set in here.
Yeah, we've just had a change of formation by the looks of it, change of personnel. Shauna seems to have moved into midfield, and Kat Beaver has moved into defence.
Now, Bamford got a hand to that one, but...
Yeah, it was just like the power behind it, I think, was too much. And it was very well placed into the top corner.
Absolutely brilliant from the Dutch Armed Forces. They now lead by 3, and we're not even a quarter of the way through this game.
And Abby Hayes now seems to be up on the right wing. So, yeah, a few formational changes.
Okay.
Oh, Ash.
And a trip by Ash.
Bless her.
Taken full advantage of by...
Jamie will make this one.
The goal scorer.
Oh.
That's more of a statement. Yeah, so UK Forces, who we know over the years have become pretty reliable. We know what we're getting. And they're not facing a team that's vastly different from last year in the Dutch Armed Forces. But they've obviously gone away. They've done their homework. And they are 3 goals to the good here at Bottom Meadow.
Yeah, I mean, not even the French team, who are a fantastic team to watch, actually, were 3-0 up in 20 minutes. So... UKAF need to really regroup and start playing the football that they know they can play, because they are much better than this. This is just a very bad 20 minutes.
All 3 of those goals, UKAF were very quiet, so there just seems to be, which, you know, when you've got Kat Beaver, who's at the centre of the defence, centre of the team, captain, she's making a lot of noise. And it just seems like they're a little quiet down this end. We are down the end where all those goals have been scored. So I think, yeah, the communication needs to just get in people's faces.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't give them the breathing space to create goals like that. But all credit to the Dutch. It's been very, very smooth from them. And they've had a lot more possession and a lot more chances. And they've taken them all. So, an international fixture here at Bottom Meadow. It is 0-3 or 3-0 to the Dutch Armed Forces. Of course, the home side is the UK Armed Forces in a bit of a pickle here. But the Dutch in possession, but at least it's at the right end for UKAF. But they bring it back up.
Oh, lovely crossfield ball. Thankfully, Ash has cut that out.
Yeah. Well done to Ash. And Ash again. Feeding through.
It'd be interesting to see Shauna actually play in midfield, because I know she can play there. She can play all over the pitch, but yeah, I haven't really ever seen her play in there.
And will that have been a pre-arranged change? If Marcus was calling out numbers, he would have, if things were going badly, would it have been thought, right, this is how we change it up?
I mean, it might have been in their heads, but I don't think the girls would have known that necessarily until he's just shouted it across the pitch to them after that 3rd goal. I guess that, you know, obviously as coaches now, you need to try anything. Clearly the system isn't working at the minute, because for the first 20 minutes we find ourselves 3-0 down. So you may as well try some different things and see what can work better.
So UKAF have the throw-in on the far side there. And it's come very quickly back in. Kat Beaver now, can hear her now, shouting at her team to go forward. She'll handle everything here. She'll take this half. She wants people forward. So the Dutch then back in possession. Ash Mills again. Always in the thick of it. And the Dutch yet again with the advantage of being 3 goals up. They are playing possession as if it's the
a little coy
80th
turn
minute.
on the edge of your own box. So that's confidence.
Yes. Now, of course, the Dutch use this as a, they say that their best opposition before they go to the Military World Cup, the
CISM tournament, yes.
CISM tournament, which is this summer.
Again, who I think the French are in, aren't
yes,
they? The French
yeah.
are in that.
I think the complications of the UK Armed Forces being a combined force of different countries complicates issues with our entrance into that competition.
Yeah, I think so.
But of course,
it's a shame because it'd be an amazing tournament.
It really would. Yeah,
fantastic.
exactly. But yes, I think it's many sports it's taken across, football being one of them. But it is like a military Olympics, according to Wikipedia.
no, I think you're right.
Yes, it is. There are a lot of sports
nations
involved.
across the world.
Yeah, many nations and many sports, and a very, very incredible setup to be part of. We do keep an eye on it because people that our UKAF forces play against, our UKAF teams play against, are involved in that. But back to Bottom Meadow, where we are now. It is 3-0 to the visiting side, the Dutch Armed Forces. A very quick and early lead that they took as we enter the second quarter. A lovely ball down the right here. Tess van Diesen here on the right wing. Very quick. She feeds to Daphne Janssen, back to Van Diesen.
Yeah, they play some nice football, to be honest, especially down this right-hand side.
They are looking very slick. And looking like they know where their teammates are without even looking. That sort of no-look pass. And the weather is very changeable. We've had all kinds of drizzle, driving rain, and now the sun's out again. And if we had possession stats, I'm pretty sure the Dutch would be about 80% so far.
Yeah, it's a big problem at the minute. UKAF can't seem to get hold of the ball and keep it for long periods.
Yeah, they look just a bit disjointed in comparison to the ladies in blue, who look a little slicker in this first half. But this is why we enjoy these games, because we don't want a predictable outcome, Rachel. It's not what we're in sport for.
No, I don't want predictable, but I do want UKAF to win.
Yeah, I can understand that. Well, what a comeback it would be if
it would be a fantastic comeback.
If this game
still
did
hold
end.
hope.
Absolutely. I never give up hope. So just a little bit of a timeout here for...
Who's that? Lucy Farrow's down.
Lucy Farrow's down. One player certainly UKAF would miss. She's just been checked out by the physio. And looks like a little problem with her knee, left leg.
She's just got back from watching Olivia Dean in Copenhagen, so she's probably just needing a rest at this point.
Has she been dancing a bit too hard?
Most likely.
Has she been crowd surfing? Is that what we're going to say? Wow, Olivia Dean, it's a new, fairly new name to me. I understand she's been around for a while, but enjoying some heights.
Yeah, absolutely. World tour.
Well, Lucy Farrow's not.
Yeah, she was out there with a couple of players that have played for UKAF, and I'm sure will be playing for UKAF again at some point. Molly Lambert and Hannah Hale. So, she'll hate me calling her Hannah. Han Hale.
Han Hale. Well, I'm always given the team list with Catherine Beaver on, which I love to see because that's my full name as well. But God forbid anyone actually call me Catherine, which is why I change. I mean, Cat is Cat, isn't she?
Yeah. Well, I call her Beeves, or sometimes Catherine if I really want a Sunday name her. But
yeah, if she's done something wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah,
she's known by most people as Beeves.
Beeves.
Definitely
Well, do you know what? I'm going
football.
to stick to cat.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
think it's just
absolutely
safer.
fine. I think John does that too.
And obviously Abby Hayes as well. But yes, well, everyone's got a nickname. It is the military after all.
Oh, they've often got some nicknames that we can't actually broadcast.
Well,
so.
absolutely. I mean, mine's Bra, so that's like on the line, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that is my surname, so makes sense as we take a little break here. So we're looking ahead to, let's talk about the German game, the Bundeswehr game in June.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
Well, the fixture will be at the start of July. I
Right.
think we're due to fly out there either right at the end of June or I can't remember if it's the 1st of July. But yeah, that should be a good fixture, the Bundeswehr. We played them here on this pitch back in November for a remembrance fixture. Oh, Lucy is actually more injured than I thought.
Yeah, so I think she's not coming off though. She seems to
She'll be all right, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a
She's
knock
just,
or she just rolled her ankle. I'm not sure.
has to come off for a check, but game is back underway, and we'll talk a bit more about further fixtures when we've got time.
It's gone out for a throw.
So that's a UKAF throw. That's Ash Mills. Taken by Georgia Carr on the head, but it has fallen at the feet of the Dutch, so the light blues back in possession.
Still waiting for Lucy to go back on the pitch. We're just currently down to 10.
You see, sunshine now.
Lovely.
Absolutely beautiful. We've had at least 3 different seasons here today, as per usual. Can't even blame it on April showers anymore because it's May.
Do you know, and it's a lovely, when we played the Bundeswehr here back in November, it was a lovely, glorious
Day.
November day. It was about 17 or 18 degrees. I was stood in a T-shirt on this commentary, and it was lovely. I'm in a coat today, and it's May.
I know.
What's happened?
We love living in this country for its variety of weathers.
I love the unpredictable.
Yes.
Oh, I can't talk.
So a lot of sort of in the air play at the minute, but Dutch very much in control, I have to say, at this stage. They've got a good commanding 3-0 lead.
We're still waiting on Lucy Farrow. She's still being checked over by the physio, which isn't ideal. It's quite worrying.
But they're still playing with 10, so they're just
Yes.
they are hoping shoot. Otherwise, they would have swapped her, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they're sending a couple of the girls out for the warm-up, so
Yeah,
I don't know if it's not looking great.
She looks like she's limping, so that could be the last we see of Lucy Farrow. Not great, as the Blues have it again in front of goal, and they're going to try and chip Bamford, but that one very wide.
Yeah, Lucy
After that.
Farrow's done. She's just picked up a bib and sat down on the bench. So
Okay.
not great for UKAF, that.
So we are a striker down, as the play takes place right in front of us, and oh, lovely from
Neve.
Neve.
UKAF just need to actually get some... Oh, great save. We need to, well, not have a corner to defend, ideally, but we need a bit of possession just while we're down to 10 temporarily.
Right, so I'm just sorting out who's coming on. So it will be Maura Misalia, who one of the goal scorers, who's taking the corner for the Dutch. And that's the first one we've seen in this game so far.
Oh, there we go. And we've got another debutant. She's Jess Woods, RAF player. Fantastic player, actually. When we had a sponsors fixture at Old Trafford last year, she scored a hat-trick. And she's a Manchester United fan as well, so she
Good
had a
for
wonderful
her.
day.
So a Dutch corner. And they've taken a short corner and trying to feed it in, but that's gone too far for the light blues, and that's potentially the first real mistake they've made in front of goal. But a let off for the UKAF forces, and as Rachel was saying, Jess Wood, who has come on, and she's a goal scorer too, so like for like, so that's good.
Yeah, definitely. She's a different style of player to Lucy, if you like, but she's technically a very good striker. So it'd be good to see Jess actually perform at UKAF.
Ash Mills then to Bert Whistle. And And Neve Hoey over on the far side as UKAF enjoy a bit of possession, which they've not seen a lot of so far. So they need to keep that ball, and that was very nearly the first touch for Jesswood, but it's gone back to the Dutch goalkeeper. The Dutch then, it is 32 minutes in here at Bracknell. Oh, great back heel, but it's gone to a UKAF player. And Beaver will bring it out for
George.
yeah.
Oh, well taken on by Anna as well.
Anna then taking it on herself, keeping the ball. Good to see.
She needs support back here.
Yeah, she's been pushed around a bit by the Dutch forces, but she's
She's
still
done
kept it
superbly well there to get
really
a corner.
well. So one corner follows another.
Yeah, Anna found herself in no man's land there with no support, but she's done well from it. Let's see if we can get someone on this and get a nice goal.
So Liv Smart, another UKAF debutant, stepping up here to take the corner. That's a long ball in, but safely taken by the Dutch goalkeeper. And UKAF with half a chance, but it's back with the ladies in blue.
Nice colour.
Keep saying that. It is lovely. I like the fact that at least their numbers are orange.
Oh, hang on, Anna's just taken a smack to the face there.
And a butt whistle then.
Their captain just decided to boot it right at her. Great block, but
Yeah, I think she's just a bit shocked by, isn't it? It's going to be...
Anna's got some of her family actually sat in the VIP box today. They've
Brilliant.
travelled down from up north to come and watch her play football.
Excellent. Yeah, I think she's just a bit... It's
She'll
that
be
sort of
fine.
headache, ice cream
Yeah.
headache, where it hits you in the nose. So Anna's just pop off for a check, but
She looks fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we are 34 minutes in here at Bottom Meadow, home of Bracknell and Sandhurst Town Football Club. And Cat Beaver urging her team forward, because we know they can score goals. They just haven't looked like they're in that groove just yet. So
Fantastic.
great tackle.
Oh, she's kept it in.
She has kept it in.
That's a fantastic tackle from Meg.
very tight.
Jamie will get this.
I think that's Jess Wood then, who's come on to replace Lucy Farrow. And we're just keeping an eye on Bert Whistle's back on, so she's taken a smack to the face and has recovered. Lovely ball there from the Dutch over to this right
Fantastic.
wing, but Ash Mills has covered it.
Oh,
Lovely, well done.
long legs Abby got there. Well dealt with by
Yeah,
Ash Mills there.
so another throw in for UKAF. Oh, both people went for that and should have been a call. So it's back with a familiar pattern now of it getting back into light blue possession, as the Dutch enjoy and very much in control of this game with a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, I mean, if they wanted to, they could literally just pass it around the back for the next however long, 65 minutes. No, 55 minutes.
Yeah, and UKAF needs to be aware of that, because obviously they need to penetrate that defence and do something with it. But nice ball forward. Bamford deals with it. And that was good. That was nice and calm from the goalkeeper, UKAF goalkeeper. This is looking...
Nice bit of play.
Yeah,
Oh,
jinxed it.
I did.
Yeah, definitely looked like a more positive mode of play there from the UKAF players. But it's back with the Dutch. That just a bit
Offside.
of a bit of a nothing shot into space anyway.
Yeah, UKAF could do with a goal before half-time here, just to make sure they stay in the game.
Well, after such a exciting first 15 minutes, the game's fallen into a bit of a lull at the minute.
Well, I'm kind of glad, because the excitement that you talk about. The excitement that you talk about was 3 goals from them.
Yes, exactly.
So,
but
yeah.
it just feels like everyone's working towards half-time now. And that was Abby Hayes, who nearly got herself on the end of a goal, but it went wide. I don't think she had a huge amount of control on that, to be fair.
We've got both men's squads behind that goal, the RAF and the...
Oh, that's where they're hiding. Okay.
Yeah, the Dutch Armed Force. I think they went in because the rain started. And plus the alcohol's in there. So.
I mean, they are footballers, so...
Yeah.
God forbid the rain.
So yeah, all the girls came down to watch the men's game, and they've repaid the favour, and
Brilliant.
they're watching ours, so that's always nice.
Because, you know, when you go abroad, like last year in the Netherlands, obviously you sort of travel as a two-team squad. Yeah, so good to have the support. And that RAF fixture is nearly 50 years old, Carl told me.
Yes, it is, yeah.
So it's 49 years this year, so next year it'll be a real 50-year party in the Netherlands for anyone who wants to join.
And it just so happens to be in the Netherlands. That's fantastic.
So, yeah, and this one's 10 years old. 2016 this one started, so I suppose in its 11th year, technically. But, yeah, all stemmed off of a RAF men's fixture up against the Dutch Air Force. And I think the women's Dutch Air Force wasn't as strong to play our ladies, RF ladies, so they extended it to a UKAF fixture.
Oh, I see.
Here we have it here. A little bit of a history lesson from Carl Milgate, head coach, of course, earlier.
Yeah, he's been around long enough to know. And if he hasn't,
I think he was
then
around.
obviously Beeves is his other half,
Well,
and she
that's
knows,
true.
and she's been around long enough as well.
Yes. Doing our research for us. We, as journalists, we really should be doing it ourselves. But can't trust the... I don't know if you can trust the internet anymore. Could we ever, to be fair?
Very true.
It's a whole different conversation. But yes, as we sort of eke towards half-time here, it is 3-0 to the visitors. UKAF looking a little bit lost, I would say. A little bit lost for...
I'd say we've looked very flat.
Yes.
This half.
Haven't really known how to deal. Yes, haven't really known how to deal with the Dutch force that has come their way.
I think it's taken them by surprise. I think obviously the first goal massively took them by surprise. It took everyone by surprise. But and I think ever since they haven't quite got whatever it is back together. So hopefully half-time, if they can get one back before half-time, it'd be wonderful. But if not, as long as they can regroup and come back out stronger in the second half, hopefully we'll see a very different game than what we have seen in this first half from them. Yeah.
So a bit of time out here as one of the Dutch players is down. I think it's another leg issue. But yeah, so Germany early July. And what does the rest of the year look like in terms of...
Oh, I'm not 100% sure. There'll be a remembrance fixture as usual, but I'm not quite sure at this minute in time who that's against.
You've had fixtures against sort of a Chelsea side.
Yeah, we've played in Everton and a Chelsea a kind of academy or under whatever teams, under 19s, can't remember. So I'm not really sure who that's going to be against yet. I don't know if Carl probably knows. But yeah, in the immediate, it's the Bundeswehr, the Germany fixture next month, which everyone looks forward to, or at the start of July, sorry.
I think Irish Defence Forces
maybe the Irish,
in December, maybe.
Sometimes we get a game in against GB Police.
Okay. Well, keep your eyes peeled, obviously, on.
Well, I'm all over the UK Armed Forces social media now, so I will, as soon as I know things, I'll be sharing it on there.
Excellent.
So everyone will know.
Yep, it's good to get these fixtures firmed up. I think November. I think the men's Kentish Cup takes place in November, and obviously that's a double fixture in Ireland with both UK Armed Forces men and women. That should be December. As the Dutch again are back in possession after a little injury break, and we have reached the 40-minute mark. But there might well be a bit of added time due to a couple of injuries we've had here. But the Dutch remain 3-0, and as Rachel Howes understandably says, a goal for UKAF before half-time would set them up nicely for the second 45. Meg Herbert then. And this could be a chance here, but whistle. But could not find someone to connect with.
No, they're all the people that we want to get on the ball, though. All the attacking players just then. So if we can make that happen more, we might see some goals.
So Jess Wood trying to grapple the ball away. But Beeves has put it out. I just called her Beeves.
There we go.
Has put
see?
it out, yes.
Yeah. She'll be frustrated that she just put that off the pitch, to be honest.
Yeah. So yeah, so game's just gone, I think the word you used was right, Rachel. Game's gone a little bit flat on from both sides, to be honest, in the last few minutes. Last 10 or so minutes. But UKAF need to capitalise on that and find some energy from somewhere. Who doesn't love going into... Got another injury here too.
I mean, I didn't even think that Liv caught her there, but...
Bit of
maybe
a delayed
she did.
reaction. Yeah, so any team would want to go into half-time having just scored a goal because it gives you that momentum. But at the same time, it also may cover up a lot of errors that they have made. So I think a fair reflection of this half would be to go in as they are now and need to change a mindset in that 10 minutes they have off. As we wait for an injury to, can't quite see her number off from here.
I can't see.
It might be Sophie Peterson, the captain. Number 3. Struggling with a leg issue. She does look to be in a lot of pain. I think it's her left leg.
No, it's not number 3.
Okay.
She stood up over there. I was just trying to decide who it was. It definitely ends in I think it ends in
3 or was it an 8? Maybe
15.
It's well, they've 15. Got
it's Anneke Vos.
It's Anneke Vos, and they've
she's
got
okay. She's up.
22 coming on, Leanne van der Poel.
She's not okay then. She's off.
Yes. She's she does look to be in a lot of pain. She's on the far side of the pitch at the moment, but 15 is Anneke Vos, and she is off for the Dutch Armed Forces, and 22 Leanne van der Poel on in her place. As we get this game underway again, as we encroach on half-time. It is 3-0 to the Dutch Armed Forces. UKAF with a lot to do here at Bottom Meadow. Mills up the left. That's cleared by the Dutch. Yeah, it's sort of, you know, you want to set that fire, don't you? You want to sort of light a fire under...
Yeah, and I'm hoping Maka and Carl, I mean, they'll already be discussing what they're going to say to the girls at half-time, so I'm hoping they get that out of them over the half-time interval, and the girls come back out looking like the UKAF that we
used to
know. Yeah.
What kind of approach do Carl and Maka take? Is it like good cop, bad cop, or are they sort of along the same lines?
I mean, out here you would think that Maka would be the bad cop and Carl would be the good one, but sometimes in the change room it can go the opposite, to be honest.
So they can do both.
Maka might do his disappointed dad approach. He's obviously just had massive success with Wolves women.
Absolutely.
Promotion to WSL2, which is fantastic.
Yeah, chatting to Maka about that earlier, and possibility of maybe us getting a camera along to a couple of his games next season, because who knows how long it'll last. Ever the optimist, but yes, it's absolutely brilliant story, and Maka's whole journey with Wolves has been brilliant for us to see, and it's even better that he comes back and
then comes back and gets involved with this. It's fantastic.
Amazing.
It's a great experience to have.
Absolutely.
And he brought Nath along this week as well to help out with some strength and conditioning which was fantastic for the girls because again he's a guy that's from the Wolves setup, so it's great experience for the girls to get to know.
Absolutely, and that just shows you, you know, how professionally the military now look at football. When they've got the likes of Maka and Carl, obviously, who has stood in for Maka when he's been deployed at Wolves, so both know their stuff. As UKAF looking a little more lively here in front of goal. They'll definitely be looking to score, as Rachel says, before they go into the changing room.
A couple of Megs there.
And Mills going for the long shot. I think she was looking for Wood, but it's found Dutch feet instead.
Great pressure from Jess Woods there.
Yeah. Just keeping it down that end, great. Yeah, and it's
good pressure.
be a Dutch throw in, but very good pressure from the debutante. UKAF debutante, obviously. So we've got 5 minutes added for added time here at half time due to the injuries we've seen in this first half, or injury breaks anyway, and the Dutch are back in possession, but Jamie Lee Bamford will...
She was offside anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, well picked
Were
up
you
by
putting
Jamie.
an imaginary flag up?
I
there?
did, yeah. I was like, she was off.
She's
I
doing
didn't want to shout. I didn't want to shout Lino, and she's off again.
Doing the job of the lino from the commentary gantry.
Sometimes forget I've got this microphone next to my mouth and I want to go, ref!
That's fine, you can wave all you like.
Oh,
no, that's gone wide. The Dutch doing their very best to catch UKAF off guard, but didn't work that time. But yeah, a little bit more energy in the last couple of minutes in this added time. 5 minutes of added time we've got at the end of this first half. Beeves on a collision course, but she gets to it nicely to Mills. And Mills will punt it forward again. But it always seems to end up at the Dutch feet.
Yeah, we need to try something different in there. It's clearly not working.
No, sometimes it seems like they've got an extra player, but it'll just be the formation they're playing, and obviously leading by 3 is always going to put you in a better mindset.
Meg her, but loves the slide tackle.
Yeah.
She'll have some grazes on those legs.
You do get grazes from this artificial surface as well. So yeah, the light blues of the Dutch very much playing possession now as they creep towards half time. Ash looking for the long ball there to Georgia Carr, using her height. Burt Whistle back to Beaver. Beaver back to Burt Whistle.
She tried to
it was
find
a nice, nice ball, but again, there's blue everywhere, or light blue at least. Yeah, it's just a bit static, isn't it? Sort of.
Yeah, just
Dutch
then
have got
George
more
went up for
flow.
a header, but and whereas usually she would fight a lot harder for that header, she's got a bit of a shoulder problem at the minute, so I think she was jumping for the header but trying to protect her shoulder at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, the UK Armed Forces players then a little bit caught in the headlights by 3 goals from the Dutch Armed Forces in the first quarter of this match. Since then it's been a little more of a quieter affair, but opportunity missed there as the half-time whistle goes, and it is 3-0 to the Dutch Armed Forces, to the visitors. UKAF really, well, yet to get going, to be honest, Rachel, in this match.
Yeah, I feel like they've never really got out the starting blocks in this half, which is very frustrating because they're a quality group of players. So I really hope that they go inside, regroup, have a little chat about what's going wrong, and come back out a much stronger side in the second half.
The 3 goals that the Dutch have scored,
I mean, they're all really good goals to be. The
Yeah.
second one maybe not so. I think that was more a massive defensive error. I don't think anyone expected it to get through to the back post. But the first and the third goals were good goals.
Okay, well, listen, do join us for the second half here. Rachel, of course, will be with me, and we will be keeping our fingers crossed for a more energetic effort from the UK Armed Forces, and I'm sure that they will be having words in that dressing room at half-time. But for now, do stay with us. But here's some highlights.
And she's put the ball in the back of the net. Well, the Dutch have taken the lead. Rounds the goalkeeper, touches the ball into the back of the net.
Good afternoon from Bracknell Town Football Club, where a new challenge lies in wait for the UK Armed Forces women's footballers. After success last year with impressive wins over the Dutch, German and Irish sides, Carl Milgate's team welcomes the French Armed Forces for the first ever fixture between the sides.
France and Britain played then, so how come it's taken so long?
Yeah, I don't have the answers to that, John, but I mean, I would like to think that now we've finally got the fixture, because Carl's been after this fixture for a long time, that hopefully it'll be one that'll just be now an annual thing. But I'll quieten down a bit because the teams are just on their way out.
Yeah, teams on the way out now, which is good news, because we've been talking for just a few minutes there and not exactly exhausted all our topics of conversation, not by any means. But yes, the teams are coming out. We'll have the French, La Marseillaise, first of all, to greet them. And that'll be followed, of course, by the British national anthem with God Save the King. And just a few... just to tell you as well, we're going to have obviously the officials today, all bar one from the Army. Luke Fabry is refereeing the match today from the British Army with John Painter and Graham No. We said the French Army, it's the French Army team, so...
Yeah, it absolutely is.
So the first corner of the match then. Goes to that far post and it's into the net. It's a great goal. Really well headed goal for the French. And it looked like it was Lee goal, leading by 1-0 in this inaugural match. Corner comes in. UKAF need to get it cleared. Jones does get it cleared in the end. And then a high over the bar from the French striker there. That was Julie Marichaux, in fact, who the cap.
Very wet.
So it was like standing in a post box with people throwing buckets of water at you. French now with a chance though.
Oh.
No, it's been lost. Good goalkeeping as well. Great stop there from Jamie Lee Bamford. Once again to deny. It was Levo who...
Oranges at half-time.
Gaffey, good ball across field to Ballarat. And the run from Giselle Mazat to the edge of the box. Headed across.
Oh.
No, it's going to be cleared. It isn't cleared. Eventually the French score. And it is Colin Crumman who has got the ball. It was just a failure really by UKAF to get that ball cleared. And the French take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, frustrating there. The defence and Jamie were trying to do their best, but unfortunately it just fell at the feet of the French.
So 31 minutes played, and it was a simple tap-in the end, although she blasted it as hard as she could, did Colin Crewman.
Yeah, there was no saving that from that about
was,
2 yards out.
It was just so, the ball was just loose. Unfortunately, it's a real quality. Plays for Saint Malo, as we said. Nice dual control for the French, but it's been lost out. And now a chance for the French. Shot comes in, and it's in the back of the net. Giselle Mazat has got that third goal for the French. It was beautifully taken, but again, French central defender. And here's Grandjean Bello. Mazat, scorer.
Oh,
that's a beautiful
lovely
ball through.
Ball there. Oh,
goalkeeper's failed it, and it's in the net again for another goal for the French. And it was a 50-50 ball. Levo has got the goal there. So Romain Levo.
Yeah, it was a lovely through ball, to be honest. Just carved the defence open actually, and Jamie almost got there, but unfortunately it was taken round her and put in the back of the net.
So the French then double their lead from half-time to 4-0 here. And we've not even been playing. Goes wide onto that right-hand side. The cross comes in. UKAF eventually clearing it.
Yeah, Abby Hayes dealt with that perfectly, actually.
Ballarat. French threatening to get a fifth here. Great work from Ballarat, and she's in, and she's scored again. And that is a fifth goal for UKAF. Well,
she did well then.
Ballarat, brilliant work. She took
Fantastic
the 1-2,
goal.
didn't she? You know, and you've got to hand it to Loanne Ballarat there. Brilliantly taken. And it's 5-0. Well, suddenly this has turned into a bit of a thrashing for UKAF. They've scored 3 goals inside the 8 minutes here, and really all down to really great play from the French.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to hand it to them, haven't you? I mean, she's probably a good match, actually, against their the left winger.
Goodness me. And that is the last action then of this game. No stoppage time played by referee Luc Fabry. It brings us to an end of a high learning curve.
We'll call it a learning curve, yeah, absolutely. You know, we've been hoping to get this fixture against the French for a long time, just to see how we fare against the team to their quality, and today's scoreline shows that. We've still got a lot of work to do, but Carl and Maka will take all the learning points that they can from this. The girls hopefully won't be too disappointed with the scoreline, but obviously with a 5-0, you're never going to be happy about it.
And she's put the ball in the back of the net. Well, the Dutch have taken the lead. Rounds the goalkeeper, touches the ball into the back of the net.
Glory for the Gunners. Victory in the Edwards Cup heralds a return to the big time for the Royal Artillery women. This win over Rams comes after the Gunners dropped to the lowest tier of women's intercorps football when they suffered relegation in 2025. With promotion to the top flight secured for this season, their hopes of a league and cup double took a dive when a deflection from Natasha Toms gifted Rams the game's opener with an own goal midway through the first half. With chances for both teams at a premium, Rams came close to doubling their account. Unfortunately, Chantel Dumble could only send her shot wide of the target. Rams would rue that missed opportunity when Yana Kelly headed into her own net from Holly Keating's corner to level the score at 1-1 in the second half. The winning goal came courtesy of Gunners skipper Nikki Fryer. She tried her luck from distance and the ball sailed through the keeper's clutches to seal victory.
Oh, it's a really big deal. Actually, we went quite a few years without winning anything, and then this group of girls just came together. And for us to, like I said, we were relegated last season after a double win, to then bounce straight back and win the league, a game in hand in the league, and then smash that 2-1 win on there. Happy.
Yeah, you guys had to dig deep for that today.
Definitely did. I think the win was like an extra 5 players for them in the first half. It felt like, but yeah, it was hard work.
And let's just be self-indulgent again. You know, when this eventually sinks in, how fondly will you look back upon this experience of leading this group of players to this tournament victory?
Well, obviously, it makes me really happy. It's definitely something I'll hold on to, and I think a lot of us that play sports in our career, they are the highlights, and that's what we try to get out of work to do. So, yeah, very happy.
Delight for the Gunners as they complete their League and Cup double.
And she's put the ball in the back of the net. Well, the Dutch have taken the lead. Rounds the goalkeeper, touches the ball into the back of the net.
Well, welcome back to Bottom Meadow, the home of Bracknell and Sandhurst Town Football Club. We are at the halfway point for this UK Armed Forces versus Dutch Armed Forces President's Cup fixture. And just to give you a bit of history, the UKAF women are looking for their 3rd win in a row, but they're very much trailing behind the Dutch Armed Forces 3-0 here at the halfway point. Now, we've had 3 amazing goals in the first quarter of this match from the Dutch Armed Forces. The first one scored by Melanie van Valsteen, a long-range effort in the first minute. It was in like 56th second, and couldn't believe it. Just came from absolutely nowhere. It surprised UKAF, and it also surprised, I think, their own team. But an absolute screamer from the number 14, Melanie van Valsteen. The second goal was scored by Daphne Jansen. Now, this was a fairly simple cross across in front of goal, and quite honestly, very badly defended, not defended at all by the UK Armed Forces. And she connected with a free kick from Maura Misalia. Now, it was Maura Misalia, number 10, who then, from her own free kick, scored the third goal. And as I said, this all happened within the first quarter of the match. So Maura Misalia putting in a goal by herself from her own free kick, and also putting in a free kick which Daphne Jansen connected with for the second goal, and then Melanie Van Valstein with the first goal of the three. And all stunning goals, and Rachel is back with me just to chat through them. We're showing highlights of that. I mean, out of the three, pick your favourite, because they were all screamers, weren't they? The second one was more, UKAF defence not really stepping up, but the other two, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, definitely. The first one, obviously, like you say, it took everyone by surprise in that first minute, but that went, I mean, it's a cracking goal, wasn't it? And the free kick, top bins.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
And you called it.
Yeah, I did, and of all the times I was hoping to be incorrect, but it was a very good goal, yeah.
It's one of those ones that if we'd had Spot the Ball,
yeah,
it'd be a good Spot the Ball competition, because, you obviously saw where it was going. But interestingly, the first long-range shot, which I know which wasn't from a free kick, but that was also top bins.
Yeah,
top
it was, to be
corner.
honest, yeah. I think it's because I thought that one had gone wide, that I hadn't really taken much notice of where it went, but yeah, cracking free kick.
Yeah, and not the best position for UK Armed Forces to be in, but maybe this challenges them, this sort of pushes them to where they haven't been before. If they haven't been this, granted the game against the French was similar, and they didn't come back from that. But yes,
the first 5-10 minutes of the second half are crucial. Like, the UKAF need to get an early goal in the second half, so it gets them right back in the game. Like a 2-goal game is much more doable than a 3-goal game, and it gets everyone's heads much more switched on and positive. So yeah, we'll see how they do the first 5-10 minutes of this half, but that will be crucial to see how the game plays out. And
we are now going to be missing Lucy Farrow. She has gone off, and Jess Wood has taken her place. Jess not quite as far. I know she's a UKAF debutante, so I'm not expecting miracles from her in that first game, but hasn't quite got the sort of force that Lucy Farrow comes with, and the history of it. So quite a big loss to the UK.
Exactly. We all know Lucy Farrow and what she can do and what she brings to this setup and to the Royal Air Force. So it's a massive loss, definitely today. Hopefully it'll just be an injury that she can be all right from in the next week or two and be back for the Germany game. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Jess Woods gets on in this game. She hasn't got much inter-service experience either, so yeah, it'll be. But I know that she's a very technically good player, so it's just how much she can settle into the game and find her feet and hopefully find herself a goal.
Now, number 10 for the Dutch, Maura Misalia, it was her free kick that she scored off for that third goal. It was her free kick that led to the second goal as well, connecting with Daphne Jansen there. So, at the moment for me, pick of the players, but they've been really good at the back as well, haven't they? And kind of playing that possession and slowing the game down, which it doesn't really need. But for them, with 3 goals ahead, they've sort of controlled it from the back there. But any names in that Dutch side that sort of sprung out at you at half-time?
They all seem like very good footballers. Like you say, when you were just saying about their defence, they all seem very confident on the ball. One of them, did a little Cruyff turn on the edge of her own area in front of Georgia Carr. And another one will happily drive out with the ball. So it's what you want from your defence, and actually it's what we need to see more of, and I expect more from the UKAF girls. So yeah, I'm really hoping for a much more positive second half.
I hope Georgia Carr doesn't have recurring nightmares of a Cruyff turn in front of her.
Nah, she forgets most things.
Okay, good. Okay, so
shrug that off.
Yeah, the players are out here at Bottom Meadow, Bracknell Town Football Club, and UKAF just with a little warm up there to the left of us. The Dutch Armed Forces in a lovely RAF light blue.
You love saying that.
Well, it is. That just says RAF. Nice. Whoever plays in that. It's just the orange. I love the orange kit, but it's really difficult for our cameras because the cameras sort of see it as a red or a pink. They can't quite get the orange right. So actually, this has helped us, and it's still got the nice orange touch on the back. But UK Forces, I love their kit because it's very much based around the flag, which is brilliant, with the white, the red and the blue. And it will be Georgia Carr, the aforementioned, to kick us off for this second half, as UKAF have got a lot to do and they are 3-0 down here in the President's Cup fixture. So let's see what that half-time talk has done for both teams. Of course, the Dutch will have had the benefit of it as well, but I'm sure they just said more of the same,
go on,
please.
George.
And Georgia Carr here, she's trying to do exactly the same to the goalkeeper.
Absolutely fantastic, that,
George. It's like a replay.
Brilliant goal.
It's like a replay of the first half. Georgia Carr, within 30 seconds,
That's
has
exactly what they needed.
completely off-footed the Dutch goalkeeper, and UKAF have got a goal. Well, could we now see this comeback?
Honestly, I think we've got it. I think we could take it to pens at the very least.
That felt very deliberate.
Yeah,
As
I mean,
in,
she
do
picked
what
up on
they
a
did
poor,
to us.
Yeah, she picked up on a poor defensive mistake there. It's a poor pass from the defender, and then I mean saw the keeper off her line and went for it, and fantastic from George.
George is now very fired up here in front of us, and no wonder, because that's almost like, I can see what you do, I'm going to do it better. So absolutely brilliant start from the UK Forces. Right, they need to keep this energy up, because the Dutch will hate that. They have been caught out playing the same way as they were playing in the first half. So
Yeah.
3-1 then.
It was exactly what the girls needed to do in the first few minutes of the second half, and they've smashed it. So yeah, let's continue to build on that.
Right, next thing, apart from a goal, is keeping that possession. Let's get those possession stats back up in favour of the UK Forces, and hopefully that Georgia Carr goal will have spurred them on. No changes I can see at the minute in that half-time break.
No, I imagine they'll try and keep it probably the same for as long as possible now.
Yep. Lovely long ball, but that has fallen at the feet of the Dutch. Shauna Jenkins, brilliant, winning the ball back.
Good battling there from the girls from Abby and Shauna.
They're
Picked up
showing
from
a lot
Ash.
more fire than they did in the first half, that's for sure. Yeah, the call from the head coaches, secure the ball when it's turned over, which is definitely something they failed to do in the first half. So UKAF need to keep that ball secure and use the energy. The Georgia Carr inspired energy. Yeah, I think it's had the effect to spark both teams into action here in the second half.
Oh, Jamie's chosen to
Jamie's
come.
off. She's
Not
off
the
her
right
lines.
decision. Thankfully, Neve was there to clear up.
Neve and Ash Mills bring it back for her. Good communication there. Something else that was a little bit lacking in the first half, but UKAF starting this second half much more positively. Looking much better, much slicker, much more positive. UKAF with one. The Dutch still with three though. It's still a long way to go, but she kept that in.
Yep.
Just
somehow.
The ball's still in here against the backdrop of those big trees at the back. We've got an I nearly said RAF player. We've got a Dutch player down.
You've got the Royal Air Force in your head. Go on, she can have a shot. She can have a shot.
Go, another one caught off the line.
Oh,
just
Shauna.
left.
Oh, I thought she had that.
Well, the UKAF team are playing the Dutch at their own game. This is absolutely brilliant to see. It's tit for tat.
That would have been fantastic, wouldn't it?
Who can
4
get the
minutes
long
in
range
with two back.
Long range shot in. Absolutely, this is dramatic stuff here at the beginning of the beginning of the first half, and now at the beginning of the second half. And the Dutch goalkeeper looks absolutely spent. She's been used a lot more in this 5 minutes than she was in the whole of the first half. UKAF then with a fire under them, which I'm sure was ignited during a half-time talk. And Georgia trying again, pressurising the goalkeeper. Brilliant energy from her. Yeah, UKAF loving this. There's so much noise now around the ball. Georgia Carr again. Is this something they would have... Yeah, they're really pressurising that goalkeeper.
Yeah, I mean, they always practice a high press anyway.
Yeah.
But this will definitely be the second half game plan. Press high as much as possible. And try and catch them in possession, which is obviously exactly what happened with our goal.
Yeah, it leaves you second guessing once you don't have the room at the back there that you're used to. So UKAF using every player on the pitch. And yeah, claiming back a bit of possession that they lost in the first 45. The Dutch though, fully capable. Lovely ball forward. The Dutch still in possession, playing it round.
Well dealt with there by Anna, and wins us the free kick.
And a Burt whistle then, and Beeves will come forward to get her team, and that's the first yellow card of this match for one of the Dutch players. That was a tackle on Anna Burtwhistle or shirt pull?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I missed what he's probably booked her for. I didn't think it was a yellow card, but I've obviously not seen something.
So actually Bamford's come forward to take this free kick. It's just a short one to Hoey. The Dutch still in the mix here. Doing their very best to Woods. Nice from Woods, good pick up. Beaver to the left wing there. Cat Beaver again with a long ball, looking for a bit of a tumble there in the safety of the goalie. But again, pressure from UKAF, brilliant to see.
Love to see it. This is better.
Yeah, much better. Yeah, Abby, it's a lot more, lot more sort of...
Oh, no free kick, apparently.
No. It's a lot more contact as well, which...
I love a physical game.
Yeah.
This is much better.
They're sort of really taking it to the Dutch, which is good to see. So a very much changed UKAF team come out. Definitely had their Weetabix a hard time. Other breakfast cereals are available.
I think the Jaffa cakes are on the table. I meant to bring some over here actually for us.
Ho then, one of UKAF debutants. Again, not being awarded a free kick. Good ball, Burtwhistle to Carr. Has she got the legs? She's got Burtwhistle in the middle, but she's just holding it for now.
Yeah, well defended from their number 2, from Anna Wojta.
Lovely ball across, but unfortunately, no one there. I mean,
bit too
I
much
think
on
it was
it
an
from Abby
attempt.
Hayes
Yeah,
there.
it was a very, very, very small angle that she had there.
She obviously loves to score goals, scored in both inter-service matches this year.
Well, it's just generally more positive. It's really good to see, and it's good because the action's in front of us. Back with the Dutch goalkeeper, but both Burtwhistle and Georgia Carr. I'm loving this, absolutely loving it. They're just putting so much pressure on, and the Dutch not seeing the same team that they played in the first half. Another long range shot, but it just over.
Love this confidence from UKAF.
Georgia Carr. I mean, the Dutch have obviously been practicing the long range. I'm starting to think UKAF as well. Absolutely brilliant. I would love it if 50% of the goals of this game were foxing the goalkeeper.
We've kind of gone to a bit of a, I want to say a 4-3-3.
Okay.
In this oh, hello.
Really good
hello,
ball
this
from the
could be
Dutch. She's
better.
got another one. That's another one for the Dutch. Yeah, end-to-end stuff from the Dutch Armed Forces and against the grain of play, but it is a goal for them. They are now 4-1 in the lead, and that is then. Well, she came on for Anneke Vos, Leanne van der Poel. She came off on at the beginning of the first half, so that is 4-1, and they again just playing the same game that UKAF are playing. They're almost sort of competing with each other as to who can score the best overhead goal.
Yeah, I mean, it's a well-taken goal. I think UKAF will be disappointed with their defending with that one.
It's
we were then looking like we were getting back in the game a lot more, and I mean, all right, hopefully we won't stop doing that.
I think maybe they concentrated all their efforts down this end, and then it just looked like it was a really good ball forward, and Van der Poel was in so much control. She had so much time to pop it over Bamford's head. So UK Armed Forces then 4-1 down now here at Bottom Meadow. Jess Woods though. So goal kick for the Dutch, and it looks like she's passing those long range kicks off to one of her defenders. But the Dutch very organised and capitalising where they can. Mills has been everywhere this game, and
yeah, she's having a good game.
Ashley Mills with the number 3 shirt on in both defence and attack, seemingly. But yes, we need a
yeah, and the Dutch will do whatever they can now to waste as much time as possible.
yeah. The danger is,
as we would do as well as if we were 4-1 up.
Heads go down just when the game had got a bit of energy into it. I wouldn't want to see them to bring that down, but I can understand if you're 4-1 ahead, and they proved they can play possession pretty well. Bamford launches it into the opposition's half. The Dutch then 4-1 up here in this President's Cup fixture. And it is always harder to win away from home, but not looking so much so for the Dutch at the moment.
Yeah, they don't seem to be struggling.
They do not seem to be struggling.
No.
The understatement. But a reminder, of course, that this fixture in its sort of 10-11 year history has been very fair on both sides, in the sense that two very closely matched teams, and we're seeing a result of that tonight. The UK Armed Forces coming off the back as Mills. Sorry, it was Abby Hayes, but yeah, nearly another overhead. I think we've lost the ball, to be fair. So a very closely run thing. Abby Hayes there looking to get on the score sheet, but coming full pelt at the goalkeeper. But it is a goal kick for the Dutch.
Yeah, she just couldn't get over the ball enough to keep it down, unfortunately.
Well, one could say, the neutral could say, the intention is there, and that's the importance. You know, just keep banging that same drum, keep doing the same thing. As Jess Woods picks it up on the right corner here. And Jess, again, the recipient, feeding the ball in to Shauna.
Wrong decision. She probably should have shot.
Yeah, I don't really know who that was aimed for, but the Dutch again bring it back up. But UKAF, they are looking a lot more positive than they were, even having conceded another goal in this second half. It's 4-1 to the Dutch. But it's never over till it's over. Mills back to Bamford. Hurry to Jenkins. It's a bit of a dangerous one.
Oh,
but
very. She asked a lot from Jamie there.
Yeah. Very well dealt with by the UKAF goalkeeper. Mills has it again on the left.
No, wrong
Another
decision
ball in,
that.
but yeah. It's just that
Sometimes that final ball.
that final 5%, yeah. And when you're desperate to score another goal, that happens. It's sort of you shoot before you think, or you pass before you think, and just stick with the motion, stick with what they're good at doing. Live smart with the throw in to Birtwistle.
Yeah, we need Anna to work some of her magic, which she definitely has in her locker. And there you go, she's won us a corner.
A corner then. Up against Anna Birtwistle, up against Sophie Peterson, the Dutch captain. And a corner it will be for UKAF. And it'll be Liv Smart who takes it. So Liv Smart for the UK Armed Forces with the long ball. Just too much on it for Niamh Hoey. But still UKAF ball.
Yeah, well dealt with by Abby.
And there's plenty of UKAF shirts up this way. Georgia Carr again, good control. And the sort of using Cat Beaver there as a feeder in. If it doesn't work, feed it back and just keep trying.
Yeah,
keep
absolutely.
penetrating.
I thought that was a foul, but the ref didn't seem to see that. We've got Meg injured at the minute.
So Meg Herbert. Just looks like she needs a bit of a stretch. I'm not belittling it, but sometimes it's just sometimes it's cramp, isn't it? And
She has got a bit of a sore ankle. I did drag her out to do a 26-mile hike last week, so
it's your fault.
yeah. And she has been complaining of a bit of a sore ankle, so
Where was
it could be my fault.
26-mile hike?
She's up again. It should be North Norfolk. It was the Macmillan Mighty Hikes.
Oh, brilliant! So charity one was it?
Yeah, charity one.
Brilliant.
She loved it really.
Sure. UKAF then with a throw in.
And we've got another corner.
Another corner. Well, the more we have, the more chances it gives. So
yeah, if Liv can keep this away from the keeper. I know she put one in the first half and it's a bit too close to the goalkeeper.
Yep.
So yeah, hopefully if she can get it around kind of in between that penalty spot and 6-yard box, I think Beeves or Shauna could get their head on this.
yeah, they've got some height in that. But then the Dutch are pretty tall as well, actually, looking now. Jenkins on the back post. The keeper got to it, but only to punt it away. And that's not been given either. So the Dutch with the ball, and that is Menely van Welstein, scorer of the first screamer of goals. The Dutch then 4-1 up here in the President's Cup. We're well into the second half now. A lovely ball forward, but I think it's got a bit too much on it for Liv Smart. Yeah, didn't quite. But they're thinking the right way. And a lot more of the action is down here this half so far, Rachel. So
yeah, which is good because it's right in front of us.
that too, but I'm thinking
because it's
UKAF's end.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the whole match has been in this half of the pitch.
yeah, why do we even bother with the second half? second part of the pitch. But yes, it helps us in our slightly right-sided gazebo.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a UKAF change in a minute, potentially. Imo Fisher.
Okay. Imo Fisher wearing shirt number 17.
Unsure who she'll come on for.
Okay.
Judging by Carl's hand signals, it could be Liv Smart. He's pointing over in that direction. Might not be though. We'll see.
The Dutch with a throw-in, and it's in Dutch possession, but nicely handled there by UKAF. And it's back with Birtwistle. Lovely head.
Yeah, I could just
offside.
see from this position that she was offside, unfortunately.
It's hard to tell because she was so low to the ground trying to get the ball. So the Dutch with a lovely ball forward. She's got a foot on her, Anna Reuter. (4-1) then to the Dutch Armed Forces. UKAF with a long path ahead. And we said that at half-time when they were 3-0 down. They came back with a very early goal in the second half thanks to Georgia Carr, but another worldie from the Dutch, and they put themselves back 3 goals ahead, and they are 4-1. But a lot more fight and a lot more
UKAF
feist.
free kick there.
Free kick at the back.
Yeah, it is. It's Liv Smart going off by the looks of it.
Okay, so one change here. Liv Smart in shirt number 15 will be replaced by Imogen Fisher in shirt number 17.
Just finished a P Company course.
Wow. So she must be knackered too.
So fitness shouldn't be a problem, but yeah, she might be tired.
Oh, I just don't know how you guys do it. Because it's weird, isn't it? Like, fitness is one thing, but there is football fitness and then there's P Company fitness. They're not necessarily.
No, probably not.
There's a 26-mile
Same.
hike fitness
Might
and
be
there's
some-
football fitness. You know, we know nowadays that there's a different kind of fitnesses, but bottom line, that's, it's job first, isn't it?
Yeah.
Soldiers, sailors, airmen and women first. Footballers second.
I did ask her if she enjoyed it, and it was a no.
Grueling. Yes.
But she passed it, and fair play to her.
Congratulations. That's,
Very respectful.
most of us only dream of being that fit.
Respectable even.
So, UKAF Forces then 4-1 down here at Bottom Meadow, but looking a lot more positive in the second half. A lot more players forward, but they need something else, because 3 more goals would only get them a draw, and I assume
We'll take pens.
pens. Yeah, exactly. They'll take, going on the last few years, pens works for UKAF. But we're a long way off that, I'm afraid, Rachel Howes, at the moment.
Go on.
Yeah, Jess was really came on for Lucy Farrow's injury, and got big feet to fill.
Well, I didn't think he was going to give it that way, but okay. Yeah, there's a lot of shouting coming from the bench at the minute, from the staff, just trying to get the girls going again, like they came out at the start of the second half.
Yeah.
It's obviously gone a little bit flat in the last couple of minutes, so we just need that energy again from the girls, and then we'll see if we can get another goal or 2 here, or 3.
Dutch Armed Forces then with Anna Reuter's long ball.
It's
Crosses
a
goal,
lovely
but
cross.
Yeah. On her first touch as well, I mean. So it's with Bamford in the UKAF goal. And actually she's giving it to Hurry back to Bamford, and the Dutch doing the same, pressurising the goalkeeper. And they've left themselves open a little bit here with Dutch possession. UKAF clear their lines. And Georgia Carr again running down.
Hunting.
Yeah, she is. That's the word.
That's good pressure. Look, it's a throw in.
And the ball's in the trees.
The ball's gone.
That's ball number 3 coming on. So nearly 25 minutes gone in this second half. So very much into the last quarter now of this game. And yeah, keep the ball. That's what they keep saying. And UKAF needlessly losing it sometimes.
I think Ash Mills has had a very good game today.
Very. It feels like she was on every second ball almost.
Yeah, she came on in the France game as a sub, and she made a small mistake, which eventually led to one of their goals. Like, obviously, you can't really blame individual players. The French team are just a very, very strong outfit. But she's started the game today, and she's had an absolutely fantastic game.
Another long-range attempt from the ladies in light blue, but Bamford.
Jamie was a bit more savvy to it this time.
Yeah. Well, she should be by now because there's been enough attempts, hasn't there? But Dutch back in possession, and Bamford will be tested again, I'm sure. And that's a lovely ball across goal. Absolutely brilliant. Did not end in a goal, but it was just inches from it. Met the head of Bo Peters, who's come on in the number 7 shirt for the Dutch. And yeah, that was very nearly another score. Well defended by UKAF, but it did reach Bo Peters' head, and it just disappeared over the crossbar.
Thankfully.
So you know exactly what they're going to do. That long ball in, and it's worked for them already. The Dutch, that is. So UKAF have got to be more aware. Get a bit more chatty in that defence box.
Another ball.
You can see all the RF players suited and booted on the other side of the ground. Need them to make a bit more noise. So nearly half an hour gone here in the second half. A reminder that it is 1-4. UKAF Forces trail by 3 goals here in the President's Cup fixture. And they are a team looking for a third win in a row, but that looking not very likely at the minute.
No, the Dutch team are defending very well here. We do just need to keep the high press going though, and you know, try and count on any errors that they may make.
Yeah, it feels like the Dutch have got their possession stats back up again in the last 5 to 10 minutes. UKAF are trying the same thing again and again, but like you say, the defence, the Dutch, just seems to always end back at a light blue feet. Bamford using her defence, long ball forward. Nice from Birtwistle, good control to Woods.
Oh, I would have taken the corner.
Good cross. Oh, it's nearly worked. Richard Howe saying she would have taken the corner, but
actually ended up being a really good cross.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think the Dutch was on her. Dutch player was on her, so she played a lovely cross and a very nearly one for UKAF Forces. So yeah, just heard Carl Millgate, head coach, say don't go flat, come on, and that's what happened in the first half. It felt very flat, and it feels like that energy's gone a bit at the minute.
Yeah, it is very tough mentally when you know you're trailing by 3 goals to try and keep your head in it. But I mean, there's still 15 minutes.
Yeah,
20 probably.
I can do maths.
Yeah, terrible that, wasn't it? Yeah, probably another 15-20 minutes left of this game. You know, they can still get goals.
Yeah. But I love Georgia Carr has been brilliant. Absolute pressure every time.
Yeah, she could have had a couple of goals in the second half, but I mean the one she scored straight after half time is
brilliant.
Is very good. They're still looking for another goal, this Dutch team.
Yeah.
They're not done.
Well, best form of defence is attack, is it not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Anna Birtwhistle then looking for Jess Woods. Her first game for the UK Armed Forces.
Good pressure from Jess.
It'll be a Dutch throw. Glorious sunshine here. We've had driving rain.
It's now a lovely evening, isn't it? And
Yeah.
it's leading into a very, very hot weekend, bank holiday weekend.
I heard it's going to be like 27 this weekend.
Yeah, and then I think 30 all next week.
Crikey. Georgia Carr then,
Oh,
lovely
Emmy's
ball
through.
through, really well controlled. Oh, saved.
Yeah.
So Imogen Fisher, who came on just
a great
few
ball
minutes
through.
ago, and she controlled it so well with her
Yeah.
feet, but met unfortunately with the straight into the goalkeeper's hands. If she lifted it a bit,
Yeah.
I think the Dutch goalie was already on the ground, but back in the light blues possession, but Bamford will deal with that. Okay, so another change. Rachel spotted on the sideline here, and it's Indy Totti wearing the number 10 shirt for the UK Armed Forces. And it's let's hope these new fresh legs come on and provide us with a bit more energy. There's also a change for the Dutch Armed Forces. We've got Janine Bosma coming on, and she came on for Daphne Janssen. And then you've got Indy Totti coming on for Meg Herbert, I believe.
Yeah, Meg's had a good game in the centre of midfield, as she always does. Very dependable. Just does all the dirty work in the middle of the pitch. It's been a tough game in the middle of the park, though.
Now, remind me, Indy Totti Army?
Yes.
Yeah, what does she bring?
Yeah, I mean, she's similar to Meg in a way, just with less experience, if you like, of UKAF. So we saw in the French game again. That was a tough game to be able to really read what players are like. But she did well in the inter-services for the Army, so it'll be interesting to see how she does here today.
So fresh legs on for UK Armed Forces and for the Dutch. That's Bo Peters, who came on at half-time for the ladies in light blue. Caroline Mollink holding the ball there for the Dutch, but it is a UKAF throw-in. Abigail Hayes back to Hoey. Am I saying that right, Hoey?
Yeah, Neve Hoey, yeah.
Hoey, yeah. So Hoey then with the throw-in to
But she really
Bamford.
likes it when people say her name wrong, so
I bet she
let's
hates
go
it.
with
I bet she absolutely.
Neve
You're just
Hoey.
winding her up. Hoey, yes.
Yeah, Neve Hoey.
Neve Hoey. The Dutch then back in possession. Good footwork. Bo Peters on the ball. Very nearly the scorer of their 5th goal, but it wasn't to be.
Battled well to get the ball back there, the Dutch.
Ash Mills again back in the action. So it'll be a Dutch throw. In the glorious Berkshire sunshine. I believe we're now in Berkshire.
Yes.
Oh, double takedown. I don't know who was at fault there, to be honest.
I don't.
I think it's
I
been
mean, the
deemed
ref's
it was
given it
Ash.
to them, but I'm
Yeah.
not sure. It looked funny from over here.
It did. It looked like a almost did it on purpose, like some comedy sketch. So a free kick from the Dutch, a little bit further out than we saw in the first half, but we know what they can do with these long-range balls. They are 4-1 up. That's it. Oh.
No, she got too much on it. Just needed a little glance. And
Jamie Lee hugging her goalpost there.
Yeah.
She was determined that one was not going in.
Yeah, she'll be very frustrated. 2 UKAF games and 9 goals conceded.
Yeah, talk about nightmares. Hurry then to Beaver.
The Dutch number 2, what's her name? Anna Reuter. She just looks solid at the back.
She's so strong.
She's got the height.
She
looks
can kick
strong.
the full length of the pitch.
Yeah, and she looks very calm and composed on that ball. She's been one of their best players today.
Yeah, because it's been very noticeable the possession they've played back here. But yeah, for me, she's definitely stood out, particularly in this second half. Knocked about whistle there, but she's up. As UKAF trail 4-1 here, as we enter the final 10 minutes of this President's Cup fixture. And it's 11th year for the women, and it comes off the back of an RAF fixture against the Dutch Royal Air Force, or Dutch Air Force, not Royal.
Which ended 3-1.
Which ended 3-1. It was 3-1.
Yeah, they scored a third in about the 95th minute, I was told by the by the RAF staff.
Well, I don't think the scoreboard had caught up.
No, it hadn't. Oh, here we go.
2-1.
There's another. Oh, good save. Good save. Thought that was going to be another goal. Yeah, they scored right in the 95th minute, and no, the scoreboard did not get updated.
No.
And that might have been why you hadn't noticed.
That's what I took it from. When the final whistle went, it still said 2-1 on the scoreboard. But yes, that was the RAF men's team up against the Dutch Air Force, and they won 3-1. And that fixture has been going for 49 years. So everyone come to the Netherlands next year for the 50th celebration. But in this fixture, in this women's UK Armed Forces against the Dutch Armed Forces, the home team are down 4-1. And they've got, well, less than 15 minutes now to make amends. And I think safe to say, even at this stage, Rachel, not the UKAF team that we're used to seeing. And perhaps that French loss, you know, took a bit of a hit, confidence-wise.
Yeah, potentially. Like 2025 for UKAF was a very strong year. I think we won all fixtures last year. So to come in and play the French last month and to obviously have a very heavy loss. I mean, I'd like to say that didn't affect people's confidence because I don't think the girls are like that. But something hasn't quite clicked today. It's been very frustrating to watch, and I'm sure the girls are feeling that on the pitch. And they'll be looking to make amends for it in Germany, definitely. But yeah, it hasn't been good enough today from UKAF, and I know that they'll admit that.
Yeah.
And just a push there from Ashmill.
And do you know what we see? We see elite players. We see, you know, full-time professionals in any sport where it just doesn't click. And you don't know. Sometimes it's just a mystery. No one can put their finger on it, but just on that day at that time.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Carla Mack will go back and I'm sure discuss and go over the game many times and figure out.
I'm sure they will.
And figure out what went wrong and what they can sort and try and improve for the next match.
So another Dutch Armed Forces free kick to be taken by Maura Misalia, who scorer of one goal, assists in the other. So one of the players of the match, I reckon, for the Dutch Armed Forces.
She's got a lovely delivery on her, to be honest.
Good ball in. Oh, very close.
She's going to go out for a throw-in. Yep.
So UK Armed Forces taking out the corner flag with her. Ash Mills at the back there. He's lost the flag anyway. It's a corner pole now. So still dangerous, the ladies in light blue. UK Armed Forces need to clear their lines.
Nice from Abby Hayes there. Great challenge. Fantastic challenge. From the number 2 again.
Anna Reuter.
Yeah, just a solid player.
Yeah. Good strength from Abby Hayes. Back to the ever-reliable Beaver at the back there. Feeding it in, but there's blue shirts everywhere. Hayes again. Great ball in. The Dutch do seem to be everywhere, as they've been for the full 80 minutes so far. But Whistle still trying to pressurise the Dutch goalkeeper. But UKAF very much running out of time here. They're 4-1 down. And the Dutch are going in for a final effort. The ball across. Oh, Bamford, great hands. Great hands.
Oh, who have we got down now? Neve.
Neve.
Bit of cramp by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Or tight calves.
Bamford wanted to get on with things, not realising that Neve was down behind her.
She celebrated her 30th, so it's all downhill from here, to be honest, bless her.
Jamie Lee has.
No, Neve.
Oh, Neve has.
Neve, Hoey. She's just been over in Ibiza, so...
Oh, I'm going in a couple of weeks.
Wonderful.
I don't think I'm ready for Ibiza, but...
Always ready. Come on.
Yeah.
You'll come back a little and you look like Neve, sitting on the pitch, feeling sorry for yourself.
Tell you what, if I come back looking like Neve, a 30-year-old, I'll be very happy. But yeah, getting a bit of a treatment there from Aussie Hicks, the UK Armed Forces physio. First met Aussie on a rugby league tour, 2017 in Australia, as you do.
You wouldn't think his name was Simon, really, would you?
I didn't know it was.
Simon says. Simon Hicks. No idea where the
Aussie came from. We've got another change here for the UK Armed Forces. It is...
Oh, we've got Nadina Green. We've got a Navy girl on.
Oh, Nadina Green representing the senior service. And she'll enjoy, well, probably with extra time, another 7 minutes or so. And still plenty to fight for UKAF, but time really not on their side,
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Time is of the essence. Getting back into the match is obviously looking highly unlikely, but it's just playing for a bit of pride now.
Yeah. A consolation goal would help.
Yeah, concede no more and try and get a goal or two. But not with that number 2 in the defence, the Dutch.
She's a bit of a brick wall, isn't she? Really good footwork.
They all just look so comfortable on the ball, don't they?
They're just slick, yeah. It's very, very tidy from a Dutch point of view.
I think in that SISM tournament that we were mentioning earlier, I think they usually tend to fare around 4th place.
Okay.
With the French in the top 3. Can't actually remember who the top 2 teams are, but I mean it shows how good they are when they're up in the top kind of 5 teams in the world at the SISM tournament.
Yeah. And that is what they're training for. I think it's this summer. I'm not entirely sure which month it's in, but
oh, Abby's just been caught on the ball there.
Sophie Peterson, the captain, in the number 3 shirt for the Dutch. As we very much on the cusp of full time here. I'll wait to see how many added minutes there are. Number 10.
Oh.
Lovely shuffle, and she's doing her best. Lifted it again. Another one for the Dutch. She really toyed with the defence there. It is Maura. Is that Maura Misaliga again? Number 10.
Is it?
Yeah. 2 goals to her name. A second there, and plenty of assists.
And
it is
assist,
5-1 to the Dutch Armed Forces, and UKAF very much down and out, I'm afraid, of this President's Cup fixture.
Yeah, I was assuming it would be a close game, but I was clearly very wrong. I mean, that girl there who's just scored there, she's had an absolutely fantastic game, hasn't she? The number 10 in light blue. Like you say, she's had a couple of goals to her name, an assist or 2. She's been fantastic, and been a massive difference to them.
That
was a
last
great
one,
goal.
I mean, and UKAF defence again. I mean, why is she allowed to get through to defence to then have a free shot and goal? So
I mean, it's very good footwork by her. If I'm gonna be honest, but yes, I mean,
but
we expect a lot better from our defence.
I think they need to do better, and that is a very tired end for the UK Armed Forces. Full time has been and gone. We're not entirely sure how many extra added minutes there are, but UKAF going out on a bit of a whimper here, I'm afraid, against the Dutch Armed Forces, and well, it says a lot about this fixture because we were confident of a UKAF win because of the last 2 years, and yet, you know, the Dutch have turned up and they've obviously practiced hard and researched this game and players and done their homework, and they've come here and a very convincing 5-1 win for them, and it's not yet over.
No, like credit where credit's due. They've, the Dutch have been fantastic today. They played a very good game. Very quick goals in the first half. Obviously, I think it's 3-0 in the first 15, 20 minutes. So they'd almost put the game to bed in the first 20 minutes of the game. I mean, you know, we expect a lot from UKAF, and they did come out second half and they had a fantastic first 5-10 minutes of the second half. But unfortunately, obviously, when the Dutch got the fourth goal, I think that kind of signed, sealed, delivered it.
So I think it's 3 minutes of added time, just to allow for some of the injuries in this second half. And I mean, both sides now looking pretty tired, and the sun's right in their eyes, which will just be killing them at this time. But Burt Whistle with a free kick for UK Armed Forces. And could this be? Yeah, not far enough in. I think needed someone else there, but it's been called for UKAF, so they've got another opportunity. Beaver with the ball. Still trying to G up her team as we are in very much the closing stages here at Bottom Meadow. And is that Ash Mills who'll be taking it on the far side?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Ash Mills, who's had a great game, in not a great game for the UK Armed Forces. And it goes in high. Beaver trying to get to it, but she was
dealt with nicely again by the Dutch.
It's just not enough oomph. I mean, I don't even know if that's a saying. There's
no, we haven't really looked tenacious enough in some set pieces.
So the one singular Georgia Carr goal, which was a brilliant score within the first 30 seconds of this second half for the UK Armed Forces, but I'm afraid the Dutch have completely outplayed this home team, and there'll be a lot for them to think about as they head into a fixture with the Bundeswehr in early July. Great ball, Abby Hayes at the end of it. Can anyone get to it? Everyone's calling that
corner.
It is a corner.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there'll be some positives that UKAF can take from it. You know, we've had a couple of players play their first game for the UK Armed Forces today and represent, and another Neve has had her first start. You know, so it's all experience for them, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of lessons to learn from this game that they'll take into next year's fixture when we play the away game and try and bring that trophy home again.
Yeah, it's good to have the unpredictability. You wouldn't want to be winning, you know, outright all the time, but we've just, as the final whistle is blown here, and unfortunately it's ended in a head clash between two of the players.
Yeah, I think that's Nadina sat down. I think she's all right. She's getting up, and then
Nadina for the UK Armed Forces, Nadina Green and
Melanie. Go on, say it. Van Volsten.
Van Volsten, who's
she's getting up as well.
Also one of the goal scorers. Scored the first goal, I think, for the Dutch Armed Forces. But that is game over here at Bottom Meadow, home of Bracknell and Sandhurst Football Club, and it is a 5-1 win for the Dutch Armed Forces. And yeah, I mean, we're running through the goals now, but it's just been sheer brilliance, really. In terms of the goal scorer, I'm not saying their overall performance is brilliant from Dutch. It's very strong, but the goals themselves have been very incredible solo efforts on
absolutely.
most part.
All 5 goals have been brilliant, actually, to be honest. You know, the first and third goal definitely stand out, and actually the 5th one just with her little footwork, to be honest. So yeah, there's been some lovely goals, and obviously there's that what's her name, number 10, who seemed to be involved. Who seemed to be involved in probably all of the goals, actually, who's had an incredible game. I'm unsure who will get player of the match, but I mean, I would say it'd be between her and number 2, Anna Reuter, for me, who's been absolutely solid at the back. And I just think that for UKAF, yes, there'll be disappointment, obviously, amongst the squad, that they didn't play their best game, but they also didn't play their worst. They were just up against a good team today, who came here with a very clear game plan and executed it perfectly.
And a little bit about Georgia Carr's goal. I mean, it was very much tit for tat, wasn't it? Like, anything you can do, I can do better. You know, she just sort of took one out of the Dutch playbook in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, going in at half-time 3-0 down isn't what you want at all. But what you then expect from your players, for Carl and Maka, is for them to come out and really go at them and get an early goal back. And that's exactly what UKAF did, which was fantastic. But obviously, we then fell to a 4th goal from the Dutch shortly after that, which kind of sealed the game, unfortunately.
Yeah, so 2026 at the moment, Rachel, not sort of panning out as we would have hoped, as UK Armed Forces would have hoped, but it is another year, and it's football, it's sport. You know, you don't want to be thoroughly dominant. I mean, you look at...
you do.
You do, but...
It's boring for the neutral, but I mean, you know, I'm sure people get bored of the RAF winning the inter-services at the minute every year.
Yeah, like, it doesn't test a team, does it? If you're constantly winning?
I think so, because I mean, you'd never go into an inter-service game expecting to win. Never. That's not how the inter-services works, and the RAF definitely don't do that. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's boring for the neutral, and definitely boring for the Navy and Army, obviously, with the RAF
it's not
winning
boring. It's not boring. I'm just.
But I totally get what you mean. Yeah, but I think. Yeah, I think if anything, it helps lessons be learned. You know, I guess when you're winning all the time, I mean, yeah, you know, I'm sure the coaching staff will always find something that you could have done better in a game. But when you've now lost 2 games on the bounce after having such a successful 2025, they will then be going back and really having a good hard look at, right, what are we doing wrong and what can we do better? So yeah, I guess only good things can come from it.
Yeah, and it's the nature of where we're at, and I think perhaps the way that the Dutch played in, you know, scoring 3 goals in the first quarter, you're going to be on the back foot, aren't you? It's a really hard position to come back from.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously the first goal in the first minute, yes, that's never great, but 1 goal's, you know, quite easy to deal with and relatively all right to come back from. But 3 goals in 20 minutes, I mean, yeah, it's very hard to come back from that. And all right, because there was still 70 minutes of the game to go, I still had hope that actually UKAF could do it, but you know, it wasn't to be today. You know, go back to the drawing board. You know, learn lessons. Go back next year to the Netherlands and bring the cup home again.
And UKAF now, we're just waiting for the presentation to happen, and then we will depart from the airwaves. But UKAF in a huddle, and I mean, you're normally part of that huddle. I'm sure you probably should be part of that huddle, but I'm keeping you back here. But
if it was a more jovial, happy one, and there's 1-5-1, I probably would.
Don't leave me. But but there won't be. It won't be blame. It won't be remonstrations, will it? It's very much, like you say, lessons learned rather than. It's not a blame game. It wasn't anyone's fault.
No, absolutely. You can look at every single one of them players that played for UKAF today, and no one has had a bad game. I'm sure individually they'll think that they had a bad game, but for me personally, and watching this, I don't think, someone was terrible. Like there wasn't. As a collective, they just didn't perform how we're used to UKAF performing. So that's more it. So you know, Carl and Maka will, I'm sure, take some responsibility that maybe something that they've done wrong or whatever. But yeah, that you know, they'll go away and we'll learn from it and we'll come back stronger.
And you know, it is a Premier fixture, but UKAF in terms of fixtures, from say when you were playing, when Carl and Maka sort of took over, there was very few international opportunities for the women. This seemed to be the one that went on the list first, but now there's so many. That's like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Like Carl had been trying to get the French fixture for quite a long time, so he was happy to have got that. Yes, all right, this, you know, maybe not the scoreline, but it's great to now have that fixture, and hopefully we'll play that game away next year. The more international fixtures we can get, the more we can see where we fare alongside other military teams from around the world, and obviously it gives us a nice little opportunity to travel to other countries and, you know, and experience their culture and everything. So, yeah, if we can just keep building on more and more teams to play. You know, we've now got the French, the Dutch, the Germans, the Irish, and then we also play GB Police, etc. So, yeah, the more fixtures, the better for this UKAF side.
And just a word on the Irish, because I think out of the opposition you just listed, they're probably the weakest in terms of recent history, but made such an improvement at the end of last year. I mean, it was a real grind against them out in Belfast, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, Dublin,
Dublin,
not
yeah.
in Belfast. I'm confusing my years.
They did
now.
go to Belfast.
They did the year
point.
before,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, no, the Irish are, yeah, all right, you can say that obviously we've won that now a few times for UKAF. However, they are still a very good team, and they do always give us a very good game. And also they're incredible hosts, so
yes,
it's always nice to have that away day over in Dublin with the Irish Defence Force.
Well, we are waiting here just to see the cup presented, but UK Armed Forces still in a huddle. And I think
Carl
once
can
they
talk.
Yeah, Carl Milgate never lost for words. So hopefully now, if UKAF break out of that huddle, we will be able to get the teams presented. But Dutch keeping themselves amused in the meantime.
I don't think he fares well against that number 2. I'm going to be honest.
Well, she definitely did in there. But yeah, it's a lesser game of the ice bath. They haven't quite got the ice bucket challenge, but
no,
water bottles being through. Yes, you are very strong, number 2. Yeah,
they'll be looking forward to an alcoholic beverage, I'm sure, after the game. And yeah, we'll enjoy social. The 2 teams, the 2 squads, and the 2 men's squads from earlier. We'll all enjoy a nice big social after this. Well, because that's what sport's all about as well, obviously.
Of course it is. Yeah, why else will we do it? Not to rinse ourselves in the pitch for 90 minutes. But we'll see whether our cameraman Chris can pick up some atmos from the presentation as we hand over to the uniformed man. I'm not entirely sure who it is, but hopefully Chris can pick this up on his atmos mic.
Thank you very much for a really entertaining game of football. Some really great goals in there. An endeavour from both teams, so really well done from me for that. Thank you to the Netherlands for coming over. This is a fixture that UKAF treasure dearly. It's probably the number 1 fixture for us, so thank you very much for being part of that. Thank you really for that today. Unfortunately for us, the result went against us, but absolutely deserved from your side of things. Fantastic football, really good to see. So well done. Before we present the photo, I'd just like to say to the officials, thank you very much for today. I thought it was really well controlled, and I really appreciate your association with us. Thank you. If I can invite the captain to come forward.
Okay, so there we see a very jubilant Dutch Armed Forces having beaten the UK Armed Forces here in the President's Cup 5-1, and all congratulations to them. Played a very, very solid game with some incredibly talented players on show, especially where the goals were concerned. A consolation goal for UK Armed Forces scored by Georgia Carr early on in the second half, but it is defeat that the UKAF walk away with today, and the Dutch Armed Forces 5-1 victors before the payback, which will be next year in the Netherlands. Now, coming up tomorrow, we've got more football for you, an RAF football double header, and that is with the 2026 RAF Cup final, along with the plate final, and they're both taking place at Oxford City Football Club, and you can watch both of those games live on the BFBS Forces News channel. And do join us then. All eyes will be on the biggest prize in RAF football, where the North Yorkshire-based RAF Leeming takes on Peterborough-based RAF Wittering in the cup final, and that follows the plate final, which takes place earlier in the day. That's at 2:45. The cup final is later on in the day. Last year's champions RAF Bournemouth failed to reach this year's final. The RAF Cup has been a running competition since 1920, which included a 10-year absence between the World War and Second World War. So do join us tomorrow for both RAF Cup and Plate Final. But you leave us here today on the back of a UK Armed Forces loss 5-1 to the Dutch Armed Forces. But more football for you tomorrow. So do join us again live, and we'll bring you some light blue football. Thank you very much.
And she's put the ball in the back of the net. Well, the Dutch have taken the lead. Rounds the goalkeeper, touches the ball into the back of the net. A real opportunity, and it's in the back of the net. And what a start. That is just a brilliant goal.
Important moment.
Puts the ball in the net, goes for the shot. It's a goal! Header goes in, and it's in the net. And it's the third goal. And that is a wonderful save from the goalkeeper. What a great save.
That's a lovely ball.
And has slotted it wide. Low cross in, and it's turned into the net.